Hello, this is Professor Kim Nelson of the Jewelry Design Department at FIT. Another tutorial for our bypass project, JD237, Rhino model. In this video, my goal is going to be to carry around the scroll, or as much of the scroll as I decide is suitable for this project. And the challenge in everything like any kind of problem like this is how to sketch. Excuse me. Because of course I don't know exactly how this is going to work. I know what I have in my design, but now I'm in 3D. It's a lot more complex than that. I want to make sure that I have planar on. Okay. I'm going to do curve extend by arc to point. I'm going to grab the edge here. Make sure that my object snaps are disabled. I do not want to grab any geometry on accident. I want to take a look at that. See what I think. Okay, it will run into that prong in a pretty aggressive way. I'm going to do the same thing with this edge of the surface. Take a look at that. See what I think. Actually, I think that's nice, because what I would like it to do is actually run into the prong and essentially stop there. I don't think I need to have that come back out of the prong on the other side. I don't think that would be useful. So, the sketch part is alright. I'm going to explode these two curves. There should be 4 segments. Oh, 5. Surprise, surprise. Oh, that's right. 2 here, and I extended this one twice, so join those together. I'm going to make a simple lofted surface. Is not lovely at all. Kind of so unlovely I can't live with it. So even though this is just a reference surface, I'll make a bi-rail sweep. I grab the end pieces off of that, and now I can add slashes and make a more respectable surface. Okay, so I've got that. Throw away that curve now, I really don't want it. What I want to be able to do is sketch with these 2 curves. I'm going to rebuild the 2 of them. Let's say 4, 7. That should work. I'm expecting to find something really horrible that I don't like with these, because that's just too easy. I would like the lower one to climb a little more. So. Yeah, I hate Gumball. Can't abide it, so. Turn off the setting. Okay, whenever you're doing this kind of control point editing, I'm now drawing in three-dimensional space. I'm controlling what happens by virtue of the fact that I'm holding down Shift key and only moving points in the Z-axis, straight up and down. But a lot of craziness could still go on. The problem I'm having is that Rhino doesn't like looking at the view at the C-plane obliquely. It always wants the C-plane to be right behind it. But I'm going to rotate this and look at it. Turn on a curvature graph. That looks pretty good. Now, if I see something that I don't like, I want to change this. I'm going to go into top C-plane. Remember, always remember that in any C-plane at all, you can only move in 2 dimensions. In this case, X and Y. So now, no matter what I do, it will not change Z. It won't move up and down. You don't want to make big dramatic changes here. But I can make very subtle alterations, and it won't hurt anything. Make sure this curve still has a nice curve edit tools match. Make sure it still has a nice continuity. Which it does. Okay, those are my rails. My section, I'm going to draw a vertical line. I'm going to take a look at that vertical line and see how I feel about it as a continuation of this sidewall. In effect. Bring in the prongs. Okay. It's a simple straight curve, but it's working, so I am not going to fight it. I'm going to do another curve here and do a blend curve with history. And I have that. Not enough information and not an attractive curve at all. Going to borrow an isocurve from what I consider to be just about the topmost ridge of this. And once again, extend by curve to arc to point. making sure that planer is turned on so that this doesn't end up dropping down to the C-plane. And once again, I'm fairly confident that's going to... it was actually a lot crazier than I thought it would be. Okay. We've already learned a good way to straighten this out. Join that two pieces together. I'm going to do another extend by arc to point. Straight from here to the end. This is a much more attractive kind of a curve, but it's not doing what I want to, obviously, from the top. So I'm going to use curve from two views. My only question is how to make this into a vertical curve that I can use. And we've already discussed that as well. Project, end, end. That is a representation of that angle down in the top C-plane. Extrude straight up, C-plane to object, delete, project to C-plane, delete, yes. And back to top. And this crazy looking curve I'm going to project to the top C-plane. And now curve from two views. Flat plane, horizontal planar curve, vertical planar curve. And there is the perfect blend of the two. Okay, I can live with that. Straight line between these two. Project that to C-plane, project it straight up. Extrude it straight up. I know that comes into contact with those two. I'm going to trim off the tip here. And I'm going to extract an isocurve horizontally at the elevation of that curve. Going to trim this off. Fillet. Blend curve. Adjustable blend curve. That ensures a flatness across the top. And blend curve again. I do not want this to swing out like that. So I will pull this point in until I see that it's doing something recognizable. That's not a bad cross section. So that is the end section. The beginning section is right here. So surface from curve network. Rail, rail, rail. Edge section, curve section. One tangency as it listens to this surface. Take a look and see how that interacts with my prong. And if it's an elegant looking form coming up. It is. I'm fine with that. Okay, so I'm going to continue surfacing the rest of that piece. turn on control points. I want to drop this down to the same elevation as this. As you remember from our previous videos, the easiest way to get that elevation is going to do a circle center radius. Set it to C-plane. And then I can project this curve, and that will give me exactly what I want. Okay? I'm going to continue this video at a later date. Thanks for watching.